That's it. Let me see. We got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my gosh! Oh, jeez! Is there even really a counter for this? Oh. Hey, we got Heat Wave out. Oh. Oh my god. So good. So good, man. It's all good. It happens. That gave me the means to play on now. What's up, legends? Welcome back to another deck guide. For today, I've put together a Thrive list for you all, incorporating the new cards from the Black Sun expansion. Before we get into this deck guide, if you've not subscribed to this channel yet, please take the time to do so now. I'd really appreciate it. My next objective is to reach 6,000 subscribers. So before we get into this further, bear in mind, for the new season transition, that will be occurring for me at a late time here, according to my time zone in Australia. So what I've done is I'm doing this deck guide ahead of time before the new cards have been released and before they've been included into the game, really. As you can see here, I've got a list that's already ready to go, just waiting for the rest of the cards to slot in. Everything will fit in perfectly, rest assured. This will be actually my first time playing this deck with you in these following matches. So I haven't tested this deck at all. I'm relying purely on my past experience of playing this style, and also from what I can figure out, judging by the abilities of the cards that I've seen. So what I'm going to do is run you through this list completely, and then I'm going to transition over onto the Black Sun cards, going to the Play Gwent website just to discuss those further. So we've still got an entire picture of how this deck looks and how we're looking to run it. So the leader ability that we're using is Force of Nature. The order allows you to spawn and play Woodland Spirit. That's this token unit that you see here. What we're looking to do with this leader ability is reserve it for a short round 3, playing double Koshi through Carapace, okay? So you can imagine in a short round 3, we have Adrenaline engaged for Koshi. We play Carapace onto him, spawns in Dragon Lava right away. And then the second the other Koshi comes out, the original Koshi from our hand, when we play that, then we're going to hit Woodland Spirit and offset that onto the board, okay? So we're only playing this once both Koshis are down on the board, short round 3 at best. Crystal Skull is the stratagem we're using. Boost an allied unit by 4, giving it Veil. The reason I have Crystal Skull in this deck is for the Wild Hunt Hounds. They do have the passive ability at the end of your turn, boost off by 1. This is on dominance. Giving Crystal Skull to Wild Hunt Hound should help us get the dominance condition, but we've also got Spear Tip and She Who Knows to aid in that. So the bronze cards that we're going to be using, bear in mind as I take you through this list and explain the cards, we're just going to start with what you can see here. Then I'm going to discuss the other cards that are yet to be added at this time for me. So at the bottom here, we have 2 Neckers. They're a Thrive unit. They fit with the overall theme of the deck, which is why I've added them in here. On deploy, spawn a base copy of this unit and summon it to this row. This basically means that we have 2 Neckers on the board when you play this. What I'd say about the Neckers is feel free to play them both copies out round 1 if you like, to help generate points and get towards Sabbath for She Who Knows. So the idea is with Thrive, you want to play a unit with a power level just higher than that Thrive card, just to keep as much value as possible with that ability. The next Thrive card that we have is Drowner. This gives us some movement capacity in this deck. Move an enemy unit to the other row and you're damaging it by 2. Sometimes you may come against opponents who run row-locked units. Drowner could be good for that case. That's really the only reason why I have Drowner in this deck. It's a bit of a tech card. Look at it like that. It may not play good for you every match, but some matches it might play good for you. So use it as you need to. It's not something you have to go looking for. Both Wild Hunt Hounds, I'd suggest playing them out round 1. Now keep in mind, we want to row stack all of our units for Sabbath. Practice that as much as possible. After you've played both your Neckers out, it does make sense to then go ahead and play Wild Hunt Hound because it's a low-powered unit, so it works better with the Thrive value of the Neckers. Dominance at the end of your turn boosts off by 1. If one of our units gets locked, I've added Pella in here to purify it, or if it gets another status, maybe it gets a poison status, maybe it's close to being destroyed by some kind of status, you're going to use Pella to purify all statuses from your unit and keep it safe on the board. This is another card that you're going to kind of look to use as you need it in every match that you come up in. But bear in mind, it also works good against the opponent's defender units because we're running Heat Wave in this deck. Purifying defender and then Heat Waving something behind it, Pella's still nice in that sense too. So the Necker Warriors did get a buff. I believe they're at 7 strength. If they do not trigger Thrive, they become infused with Thrive and they damage themselves on deploy, something like that. So basically, it's a Thrive card. What we're looking to do is, I'd suggest keeping 1 in deck at all times for the new scenario to thin out. According to the new scenario, we're going to get into that. So we can use the scenario to get 1 card out and give us that thinning value. And with the other Necker, you could kind of play it round 1 if you like to aid in points on the board as well, I guess. It could be better to keep them both in deck just to ensure that our scenario gets a nice bit of a point slam playing the Necker Warrior out. So really what that means is 1 gets thinned out and the other one you use it kind of as you need to. So judging by the new card releases, I think Spores will play pretty good. It allows you to reset the power of a unit. This is a tall punish option, so something with a big boost is what you want to target with this card. Bear in mind, we have She Who Knows, we have Old Spear Tip. We can use this defensively to restore the power of those units if they've been damaged down, close to getting destroyed. It can work good that way too. Fisher King, it's ranged row, so bear in mind all of the units that we're going to play and everything that we're playing out in this deck should be played ranged row just because of Fisher King, really, because we're looking to play Fisher King round 1 and it aids in consistency with the overall build of the deck. So deploy ranged, move any card from your deck to the top. In my mind, I've added Fisher King in here to ensure that we get scenario to help for a great bleed round 2 after getting round control. But of course, you have other options such as Koshi, which is pretty important because we do need Koshi in hand for Caranthea to work effectively with Koshi. You also have cards such as Caranthea, Osrul, Heat Wave. Those are kind of the cards you want to go with Fisher King. So round 1, play out Fisher King, ranged row. Old Spear Tip Asleep. It's got a timer of 3. After the timer has been depleted, what happens is you just summon out this card that you see here from our deck to the same row as Old Spear Tip Asleep. At that time, Old Spear Tip, this card, will increase its overall base power, incorporating this 6, making it 18 base power, giving Osrul a great consume target at the end of the match. So because this card gives us thinning, I'd suggest we play this round 1, and it also helps Sabbath for She Who Knows. So you'd want to play Old Spear Tip Asleep out after you've played Neckers, Wild Hunt Hounds. This would probably be your next play after the Hounds. With Osril, we're looking to play Osril ranged row, consume a unit from your graveyard. The unit will be, at best, the spear tip that's getting thinned out from our deck at 18 base power. This will be a final play for us at the end of a match, hopefully triggering a lot of Thrive on the board, having 2 Koshis down, and all these Endrega Lava. With Carapace, we get to spawn a 1 power base copy of a monster unit with a provision cost of 10 or less from our hand on the same row that we play Carapace on. We're looking to use Carapace to get an extra Koshi. That's it. That's Carapace's complete use in this deck. So keep in mind, as much as possible, whenever you find Koshi in your hand, you'd most likely want to keep it. Carapace is going to be a card we play towards the end of a match, short round 3 situation at best. Round control is very important for us in this deck, and being successful with this deck, the overall strategy of it, Ring of Favor can generate a ton of points for us the deeper we go into a round. Most likely we push very far into round 1 because we really want round control. So I think Ring plays good in a deck like this. This card starts in our hand. Boost an allied unit by 3 is where it begins at. While in hand at the end of your turn, increase the boost by 2. If you don't use it, this card banishes and you just get to draw a card from your deck. It gives us a bit of consistency option in that sense as well. So really what you want to do with Ring is you're going to use it as the final play of round 1 when you've exhausted all of your options that you're comfortable to before you get to the point where you're going to start overcommitting some good cards. That's when you'd play Ring and try to target something lower powered. You'd probably target one of the Neckers on the board. Naglfar, look at 2 random gold cards from your deck, then play one and place the other on top. Usually we play Naglfar round 2, I'd suggest, when you're a bit more certain of what you're likely to pull with it, and it just adds more consistency to this deck overall. Koshi's a great card. It's a Thrive unit. We're looking to play Koshi on Adrenaline 4 at best. Aim for that as much as possible. We're getting Endrega Lava on Adrenaline 4 whenever Koshi's Thrive is triggered. Endrega Lava is this Thrive unit that you see here. So this is pretty much the ultimate power of our deck, comes down to playing Koshi's twice, I'd say, through Carapace. It's a very strong aspect of this deck, and it's how we usually look to win a match. So what you'd be doing basically is when you see Koshi engaged at Adrenaline 4, that's when you'd go ahead and start considering to play Carapace into Koshi for the best value possible. And then after you've played Carapace into Koshi, you're going to deploy this original copy from our hand down. Try to play Koshi's spread across the melee and ranged row. Don't play both of them on the single row. So you don't want to overswarm your row and lose value on what you could spawn. I've added Heatwave in this deck because we've seen a lot of artifacts coming out in this expansion. I think there's going to be a lot of artifacts played. I think Heatwave is going to be a great way to stop the opponent from getting a lot of value. So we'll be looking to target the opponent's new artifacts played through this card. But of course, you could just use it for a control option on any unit that you see played as well. So save it. Most likely you're going to play it at around 2 or 3, this card. Old Spear Tip is always going to stay on our deck, and Old Spear Tip will be summoning this out from our deck to the row that Old Spear Tip asleep is on. That's it. Simple use. She Who Knows. She has a resilience aspect to her. At the end of round, give resilience to the highest base power unit on your side of the battlefield. So we could be giving resilience to either the Spear Tip at 18 base power, or she can give herself resilience. And this works great with this deck because it puts us in a greater position to 2-0 the opponent and works to the overall strategy where we're looking to bleed and put a lot of pressure on the opponent, getting a lot of good cards out of them, if not 2-0, as I've explained. So She Who Knows, you want to play this card late towards the end of your final plays of round 1. So you'd play She Who Knows and then maybe Ring of Favor last in your sequencing of plays. And once again, you're stacking all of your units in the same row to work towards Sabbath. Okay, so now that I've outlined the list from what you can see here, I'm going to just explain how to execute the strategy for this deck right now while we're on this page. And then we're going to transition to the Play Gwent website and go over the new cards that will be coming into this deck once we transition over into the new season. So, the line of play that we want to take with this list is round 1 cards to commit can be Neckers. You can play the Wild Hunt Hounds out, boost them with Stratagem. You can also play, what was that card's name again? Damsel, was it? You can play Cursed Damsel, perhaps. It's better to save Cursed Damsel with Scenario when playing that round 2. You could commit 1 Necker. Fisher King's good. You have Old Spear Tip to play. She Who Knows. And Ring of Favor. Let's say that gets us round control. Into round 2, what we want to do is, assuming we have She Who Knows Resilience set up from round 1, you're going to play the new scenario card, which is called the Mana's Dark Secret, on the same row as She Who Knows, and then you're going to begin playing all your Thrive units out, triggering that scenario card on the same row as She Who Knows to help her get even further resilience for the following round, perhaps. So the idea is that you want to push really hard into round 2 with the new scenario card. At that time, you're going to be playing out Cursed Damsel. You want to play all the Cursed Damsels together, I'd say, with that scenario card. You'll be thinning out a Necker Warrior from deck and playing it, I believe. Push as hard as you can. If it looks like you're way ahead on points against the opponent, you could definitely go for a 2-0 if you have some good cards in hand. If not, safest thing to do would be to pass at some stage. And then in a short round 3, what you want to do is reserve Carapace into Koshi. And you have also Osrul for a final say to consider. Bear in mind, we're looking to play Sir Scratch-A-Lot in a short round 3. And the way I'd like to play Sir Scratch-A-Lot in a short round 3 would be first to have it down on the board before we play the Koshis out, because we can replay it and then it can trigger the initial Koshi spawn through Carapace and the Endrega Lava spawn through Carapace. So the opening play into a short round 3 would be Sir Scratch-A-Lot. You'd play Carapace into Koshi, then you replay Sir Scratch-A-Lot, then you play your other Koshi, then you play Leader, and then you have Osrul for a final say. Okay, now that we've gone through the list and the strategy, let's transition over into the new cards that will be finalizing this deck. Okay, so now for the remaining cards that will be included into the list when the transition occurs. I'm going to take you through each one of them also and explain how we're looking to play them in our deck. With the Orchard Mantrap, we're looking to play it for deploy melee, consume an allied unit. This unit triggers Thrive an additional time. What makes most sense for me with Orchard Mantrap is to play it when we have both Koshis down on the board, because we're going to have a lot of Endrega Lava at that time, a lot of Thrive units, so we can get lots of boost out of this card. What you'd want to consume with the Orchard Mantrap would probably be Carapace, or perhaps even Leader. The Leader token unit could be a good option, or whatever else you may have at that time. So feel free to save them both for a short round 3. If not, you can also use one when we're bleeding with the Mana's Dark Secret, perhaps. But I think it's saved best for a short round 3 when you're playing double Koshi out. Onto Cursed Damsel. She's a Thrive unit. Order, half own power, and destroy an enemy unit with power up to the power removed from self. So, interesting thing about Cursed Damsel, it's an engine with the Thrive. It's going to be boosting. It also gives us a control option. With the Cursed Damsels, what I think is that we should just play them all out together when we're playing the Mana's Dark Secret. That's my idea for playing those cards. With Sir Scratch-A-Lot, at the start of the game, gain immunity, deploy, boost self by 0, order, increase the boost value by 2, then replay self. Units played on opponent's side can trigger your Thrive abilities. Yo man, this card is wild. In my estimation, this card will play best also with double Koshi down in a short round 3. And what I'm going to play this card, or I should say how I'm going to look to play it, would be in the short round 3 scenario, you actually play Sir Scratch-A-Lot first. And keep in mind, it's replaying itself. The replay seems to be deploy. So we can actually use this to boost the Koshis immediately. So you play Sir Scratch-A-Lot, you get your Koshi and Dragalava out, and then you start replaying this card. And then your opponent's got multiple threats to consider. They've got Koshis, they've got Sir Scratch-A-Lot, they've got Dragalavas. I think that's the best way to play this. Bear in mind, the cat will lose immunity when we replay it, but it's a good engine, and I think having it down at that time will work great because the opponent's units will be triggering our Thrive also. So I'd say it's a short round 3 card. With the Mana's Dark Secret, we're using that card to bleed into round 2. It is a scenario card. Progress whenever you play a unit with Thrive. We've got a lot of Thrive units in this deck. It shouldn't be too hard to meet the condition to trigger it. Prologue, Spawn Cursed Damsel on this row. That's that bottom left unit that you see there. Bear in mind, we want to stack the Mana's Dark Secret wherever She Who Knows is on the board to continue to work with her Sabbath if she's carried on into the next round for us. But anyway, like I said, round 2 card, first thing we're going to do is play the mana out, stacking it next to She Who Knows. Whenever you play a unit, if it would not trigger any of your Thrive units, boost it by 2 first. I think because of the way this card works, we want to play according to the boost that we're going to receive. So we're going to play lower powered stuff that's not going to trigger our Thrive units. I'd suggest we just play out the Cursed Damsels to completely trigger the Mana's Dark Secret at best. When we reach chapter 2, play the highest power bronze monster unit from your deck. That's going to be the Neko Warrior, okay? And that should give us a bit of a nice point slam at that time, triggering Thrive, and the Neko Warrior is at 7 points. So, my friends, thank you for being patient with me in how I've had to go about explaining this deck guide. I know it's been a bit all over the place, but I'm doing my best to bring you a concise and efficient deck guide right on time for the first day of the new season. I hope it wasn't too confusing. Bear in mind, the list that I share, the deck link that I share, will have all of these cards ready to go, so you don't have to worry about going around looking for what to add in or whatnot. So I hope you're going to enjoy the following matches, and thank you for your support as always. I'm going to open up with the Neckers, then the passive points, that, She Who Knows, then Ring to finish up the round, really. It's a Harmony deck. They're going to see all the new cards now. This is great, man. This is really good stuff. Just going to take it nice and easy. We want to build up our points as the match unfolds. Infuse an allied unit with Harmony. Well done. Yo, what's up? Welcome. Getting pretty far on the points here, my friends. We are. Will they pass if I throw Spear Tip? Maybe. Which deck? Theirs? Okay, they're gonna play. They're gonna play. They'd be playing if they're playing it like that. Still got dominance. Thank you very much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Is there anything particular? Yes. The hounds, as you can see there. That's it. Just the hound. Dwarven chariot, really? I gotta be careful now. On the pass, we're getting 12 points. And we have 2 points per turn. What about the cat or Koshi? You wouldn't play that round 1. I don't think so. Ooh. Really? I think it's a lot of points, man. I don't know if they can do it. I don't know. I don't know if they can do that. I'm not sure. Unless they got like some real devastating control. I don't even think devastating control is gonna do it. No. This puts us in such a good spot. We just need a good draw. We just need a good draw of the hand. And we're really laughing. Thrives. Kind of want, what do we got here? All right. Okay. Well, actually... So yeah, like scenario, thrive. 18-point spear tip carryover. Oh my days, man.
Oh, these are just scissors.
Perfectly balanced, hell yeah. We ain't gonna complain, baby. So I think we go Necker next. Oh. What's it giving them though? Probably worth a heat wave. Sequence will be Necker, the damsel.
Waters of Broccolon, their taste still upon my lips.
And we'll take it from there. Chameleon. That's great. Got a lot of points here. It's just Naglfar. Naglfar. Should I play Naglfar now then? Maybe we get some value out of the cat. Leader's gone. We're getting good things out. Sultan Warrior. Be there. 3 points of damage. I think we just play it out, make them waste their cards. We're playing them all ritzy. We've got a very good hand coming up. We're just gonna pass now. We have an excellent hand on the way.
Oh, it's not tasty.
It's fine. We're in a good spot. We're in a very good spot. That's everything there. Yeah, that's a perfect hand. It's exactly what I envisioned for this list. I think that's it. Let's keep it like this. Absolutely fantastic. Just open up with the cat. You let it float. And you play the Koshi through the Caranthir. And you click the order. That's it. Points start flying. Interesting. Okay, this is how we do it. That's it. Crazy engine power. Crazy engine. Watch this, you ready? That's nothing yet. Alright. Check this out now. That's it. Let me see. We got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my gosh! Oh, jeez! Oh! Oh my! Oh. Yes, yes. Oh, that was filthy, man. Gwent is mean. Have you ever gotten it before, Kiwi? I didn't even know it existed, dude. Real. Leicester, what's good? Is it a Kelly deck? Oh. Jeez. The main business. We don't have dominance yet. It's gonna be Siri. Is it? Oh, kill Tellus right off the bat, is it? Is there even really a counter for this? Oh. Hey, we got heat wave out. Oh. Oh my god. So good. So good, man. It's all good. It happens. That gave me the means to play on now. Oh, I was worried because we're screwed. I was getting ready to pass it even. Oh. No doubt, no doubt. We'll make mistakes, man. It's all good. It happens.
Mankind is a virus, a plague.
Spear tip at 18 is pretty good. They're probably playing Witch's Sabbath. I don't think he had to leader there. I could be wrong, but the beast has got passive points on the pass. I don't think they had to do that. Okay. Would not trigger Thrive. Keep that in mind. We need Heat Wave. This is good too. It's hard to say at this point. Honestly, that's perfect. That is actually perfect because we got the Necrophage you see here. We moved Defender and we just Heatwave Kelly. And that's it. We got Heatwave in there, right? Yes. Yeah, I haven't used it. Okay. We got Spores for the Beast now. And we have She Who Knows Carryover.
Oh, I sense trouble.
We go Nugglefar. So I'm getting Caranthir anyway. We're up by a good amount of points. I think we play Cat here. We're not gonna play that back. Anyway, I can't. Do I want to play that? $59 or 43.
A witch's best friend is a pig, no doubt.
Am I playing Scenario out now? They're getting a lot of points. Still got spores for Beast. We're going very tall on Cave Troll.
Have you seen me?
And what do they want to do? I don't want to play Koshi, man. We need Koshi next. Wow. Probably just doing this. What's more points? 12. Hopefully we save Koshi. Come on, man, pass, dude. Pass, come on. Let's play an Osril. I'm gonna save Koshi. Osril should be enough. We've got Cat there triggering so much Thrive. Boosting as well. What's good, James? How are you? Yeah, they're gonna pass. Okay. You got Osril out of me, alright. Well, we've got a good short round coming up. It's fine. We're good to go, man. Yeah, that's it. Got the W, got the W. Yeah, it's a tough deck, this one. Oh yeah, no doubt. This one's hard for us, guys. Our deck, exactly. 4 to 5 card round. Beautiful.
That might even be amusing.
Nothing like some overseas plundering in spring.
I think our hand's a bit sus here too, though. Yeah. Worth scenario round 1? I wouldn't play like that, no. I'd rather pass. Because anyway, they went first. So you could just pass now, save it.
Women, children, elders.
And we just get the extra thin. Yeah, that's true, Q. A lot of them. Yep, yep. We know that, like, if you're gonna play a solitaire kind of deck, obviously control's just gonna wreck it if they get the right chance. Siana got a buff, man. Scenario is probably coming out for us now. If they push.
Don't you pester me.
Just one more circle.
Maybe I throw out spear tip. Warship. Are they looking to pass or play though? Thank you for the follow, really appreciate it. Yes, it's out. You're seeing it unfold.
This? Oh, these are just scissors?
They're pushing.
Scarlet dress, scarlet hands.
Very corpses.
Oh.
Nay, feed on foes
That was a
who
misplay.
cry, but they still live.
Well, I guess it was getting there anyway, but I kind of helped them. I think that was a misplay on my part. I don't think I should have done that. Probably should have left that there.
We shall do it my way.
It's alright, we're being generous here today. We're still in a good spot though, anyway. I play the Necker next, and then we end up getting the other one from deck. If this card would not trigger any of your Thrive, so it will trigger, so it's not going to damage. Progress whenever you play a unit with Thrive. This card infuses itself with Thrive. Right. Maybe Nugglefar now? I think Heatwave's very important for the 7.
Waiting for the thaw.
I did misplay a bit in that round. I'm still learning the cards, to be honest with you. This is my first time playing them, obviously. So that didn't trigger a scenario. But the hand's not looking too bad here for us. Paranthir. Yes. Oh, I don't know how to do it, man. Don't ask me how to do it. Taught opponent? You want me to do watch this? Okay. I'll time it for you.
Let me give you something to remember me by.
That's really cool how you can move cat around too. I like that. So they can kill it with leader now. They probably just get leader on it.
Waiting for the thaw.
They should kill it, yeah. Deck with 2 scenarios. I haven't thought about it. Man, if you can fit the provisions in there, why not? Go for it. I think it's fantastic if you can do it. If you can make it work, why not? Still fine. We got a lot of points here. Just remember, this triggers Thrive twice. We're still laughing. There's too many points for them, I think. Because we're kind of going wide. Our points are going wide. We do have tall points here too.
I have scores to settle.
Probably ops for control to kill Koshi. But in saying that, you got 3 Andrega Lava left over. Osriel can go to She Who Knows. Really? Play a bronze? Okay. Guess for the goals? It is. So many good points here. Double Thrive trigger through the 3. Does that mean I should play Osriel now? Yeah, it's 7. I mean, there's already a 16 point unit there.
Sacrifices must be made on both sides.
Okay. Or maybe we want to ensure that this is safe still. Like, just get the value out of the double trigger while we can. And then we just finish up with Osriel. Pretty good points.
Over your dead body.
Right. So we're going down by 15. It's pretty big. But this Thrive's going to be a lot now. That's just a scratch. It's just a scratch for us.
Me or me.
Still got it.